Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is YAHMAD. So in this video, we will continue looking at advanced spreadsheet functions. And we're now going to be looking at lesson 9, the if error. So the if error is used to ensure no error message is displayed. So if I just typed here equals if error, this is a description. So returns value if error. Okay. Right, so we have some activities here that we're going to be completing using the if error. So here what we need to do is we need to add the two numbers together, so number 1 and number 2. However, you can see in this cell here we have a letter which will produce an error. Okay, so if I click on B4 plus C4, we have an error message. If I drag this down, we have two error messages. Okay, so 3 plus 4 is 7. 3 plus x creates an error message. 6 plus 6 is 12. Now, to avoid this error message, we can use the if error. So there's two ways of using it. So I can type it in now at the beginning, if error. This value here we're looking at, if this creates an error message, then we can press comma and we can either return a blank cell like this. We can close the bracket, or we can put something inside of these speech marks, maybe error. Okay, if I drag this down. But what if I just want to return a blank cell? We can get rid of this. And that's usually the case, what we'd use it if error for. We just want to return a blank cell instead of an error message. Then we can drag this down. Okay, so that's one way of using if error. Maybe we can write if error first. Okay, so in the second example, we have some names, some percentages, maybe for an exam that they've sat, and we need to output the grade. So Mohammed has achieved 96%. So looking at this table array, his grade should be an A star. Abdullah maybe has not sat the exam and there's NA next to his name. So if I was to do a normal VLOOKUP, okay, looking up this value here in this table array, comma, 2, comma, approximate match. The first grade will be outputted, but then if I drag it down, you can see we have an error message for Abdullah since there is not a percentage in here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to redo this question. We're using if error, and I'm going to start by typing in equals if error in this example. So it's up to you what you want to do. Maybe you want to do the VLOOKUP first and then the if error, or the if error first. It's completely up to you. So the value is going to be the VLOOKUP. So if error value, so let's type in VLOOKUP. What do we want to look up? We want to look up the percentage, comma, this table array here. Let's lock the cells, comma, the column index is going to be 2, and we want the approximate match. Close the bracket, and you return back to the if error. Press comma, and if there's an error, we want to return an empty cell, so we can have two speech marks. Close the bracket, job done. So let's drag this down. Yes, that seems to be working. If I was to put NA or just put anything else here, rather than an error message, we're just returning a blank cell. Let's just put a number back in there. Okay, done. So let's do one more example, guys. So let's complete this table here. So what we want to do here is output the student name and the student name itself. So we're going to have the text, student name, and then the student name after. Okay. So let me just check one thing first of all. Let's see if we have any error messages. So I want to look up the ID in this table array, comma 2, comma exact match, because these codes should now exactly match up the codes here. So the first one should be Sarah. Close the bracket. Do we have any missing codes? Yes, we do. So we have two missing codes. This one here, B00765, it's not in this table. And C00769 is also not in this table. So we need to use an if error to avoid getting these error messages. Okay, so what I'm going to do is type in equals if error. Okay, so the value is going to be in speech marks. What do we want? We wanted the student name. Let me just go over this. It's a capital S and yeah. And have a space there, and this is going to be joined to a VLOOKUP. So what we're going to do is type in VLOOKUP or select VLOOKUP. We want to look up the student ID, comma. This is a table array here. Let's lock the table array, comma. Column index is going to be 2, comma, and we want the exact match. Close the bracket, and we have now returned to the if error. Okay, so we know there's going to be 2 error messages, so let's press comma. If we do have an error message, let's just return a blank cell, close the bracket, press enter. We can extend the column width. We've got the student name, Sarah Jackson. Let's drag this down. And the second and fourth cell, obviously, these cell references, these IDs don't exist here. So now we're not getting that error message. Now we're just returning a blank cell. Okay, guys, you can finish this yourself. I will be sharing this file shortly for anyone that's interested. You can email me on a usual email address. So the next column, we need to output the house color, and then the house, and then the year, and then the student year. Okay, guys, thank you for watching this video. Please drop your comments below, and please look out for the next video. Take care. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.